The text is, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Jeremiah the prophet, like we, experienced unsettling turmoil and trouble in his day. And so with deep anguish of heart, he famously said this: "When I looked at my uprooted situation with my fellow Israelites in Babylon, I became totally depressed and was ready to give up, like those people in Gaza and the Palestinians nearby." But the prophet Jeremiah continued in the book of Lamentations by saying that the Spirit of God lifted up my heart and spirit from doom and gloom. And so Jeremiah said, after all that sense of depression and hopelessness and discouragement, this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies are new every morning. And then he looks up to heaven with great gratitude as he remembered this. And he made the great affirmation as he looks up and says, "Great is thy faithfulness." And that makes all the difference in my life, Jeremiah said. Thomas Obadiah Chisholm was born in a crude log cabin in Franklin, Kentucky. From his earliest beginnings, he was beset with trouble, and he became a school teacher at the age of 16, would you believe, in the same country school in which he was brought up. Later on, the story of his life is that he became a Methodist minister, and he said this: "I have always had very small income. I was suffering constantly from impaired health, starting early in my life, and it persisted all throughout my days." But this is what he wrote as he talked about the hymn that he wrote. He said, "In spite of all my experiences in life up here in Kentucky, I must not fail to record here the unfailing faithfulness of a covenant-keeping God who has provided care and provided me with all that I have needed, filling me with astonishing gratefulness," he said. And so Chisholm, remembering Jeremiah's famous lament, and even more so his famous testimony of affirmation, he wrote what I invite you to sing with me this morning as your testimony. "Great is thy faithfulness, O God, my Savior. There is no shadow of turning your back upon me. Thou changest not, thy compassions, they fail not. As thou hast been merciful and gracious in the past, thou forever will be." Is that your affirmation this morning?